Welcome to the 2009 Spring Commencement Exercises. This is a very special celebration in the lives of persons receiving degrees today from A.T. Still University of Health Sciences. On behalf of the faculty and staff of this great institution, I thank you for joining us in honoring these outstanding graduates and recognizing their tremendous achievement. Please remain standing while Dr. Neil Chamberlain, newly elected chair of the ATSU Faculty Senate, leads us in the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be followed by the medleys singing America the Beautiful.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
One, two, three. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful for pilgrim feet who stern in passion stress, a thoroughfare for freedom beat across the wilderness. America, America, God mend thine every flaw, and crown thy soul in self-control, thy liberty in law. Oh, beautiful for heroes proved in liberating strife, who more than self their country love and mercy worth and life. America, America, may God thy gold refine, till all success be nobleness and every gain divine. Oh, beautiful for patriot dream that sees beyond the years, thine alabaster cities gleam, undimmed by human tears. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
Please be seated. Don't we have talented students? Those are ATSU students. It's now my honor to introduce to you my former chemistry student, Mr. Peter Dittweiler, chairman of the ATSU Board of Governors. He's going to give a welcoming from the board.
Thank you, President Magruder. Welcome to all on behalf of the Board of Trustees of A.T. Still University. This is the 173rd commencement of the Kirksville College of Osteopathic Medicine, the founding osteopathic school in the nation. It is also the 7th commencement since KCOM, the School of Health Management, the Arizona School of Health Sciences, the Arizona School of Dentistry and Oral Health, and now the School of Osteopathic Medicine in Arizona were combined to form A.T. Still University. I congratulate each and every one of you. I wish you great success and joy in your chosen careers. I hope you will carry with you many good memories and skills from your time at KCOM. Thank you.
Please allow me to make a few introductions, and please hold your applause until I've finished the entire stage party. And persons, as I call your name, would you please remain standing till all have been introduced. On my far right are the 3 graduation marshals: Dr. William Sexton, Professor of Physiology and Chair of the Biomedical Sciences Program Committee; Dr. Neil Chamberlain, Chair, A.T. Still University Faculty Senate and Associate Professor of Microbiology and Immunology; Dr. Maria L. Evans, Associate Professor of Pathology; Dr. Kimberly O'Reilly, Interim Dean of the School of Health Management; Dr. Philip Slocum, Dean of the Kirksville College of Osteopathic Medicine. On my far left, Dr. Tony Smith, Chair of Surgery and presenter of the candidates today; Dr. Nander Ure, Professor and Acting Chair of Anatomy and today's Grand Marshal; Dr. Stanley Grogg, past President of the Kirksville Osteopathic Alumni Association Board of Directors; the Honorable Peter Dittweiler, Chair of ATSU Board of Trustees and President of Alliant Bank; and the Honorable Jay Nixon, Governor of the State of Missouri, and our commencement speaker. I would now like to introduce some other very helpful individuals. First is our outstanding KCOM faculty, including emeritus faculty and previous honorary degree recipients. Would you please stand? Current and past members of the A.T. Still University Board of Trustees. Okay. Pete. Dr. Fred Tinning, President Emeritus, and his wife Janet. Dr. Robert Stein, Missouri's Commissioner of Higher Education. Representing Senator Wes Schumeyer is his Chief of Staff, Ian Dunlap. Senator Schumeyer is attending the graduation of his daughter. So, Ian. Missouri State Representative Rebecca McClanahan. Dr. Robert Jensen, member of the Kirksville Osteopathic Alumni Association Board of Directors. Sorry, Robert. And his daughter, Eleanor Jensen, who serves as ex officio member of the Kirksville Osteopathic Alumni Association Board of Directors from the class of 2009. And Sue Magruder. Now, would all the graduates who are members of the military please stand? Those of you that were on the Kirk Memorial steps a few moments ago. parents and grandparents of the graduates, would you please stand? That's a lot. Obviously, we want to thank the parents and grandparents and family members for entrusting these talented young people to us. It's been our honor and privilege to have these young men and women come and learn with us. We're grateful to you. Spouses, significant others, and children of the graduates, would you please stand? We honor you and thank you for the tremendous love, support, and understanding that you've given the person graduating today. I know from firsthand experience they probably would not be in this position had you not been there supporting them. We extend a special thanks to Truman State University President Darrell Kruger for the hospitality he's shown in many ways, including the sharing of this auditorium for our youth today. As a final recognition, I'd like to especially thank Governor Nixon, Representative McClanahan, Senator Schumeyer, President Kruger, and students for the many others who have helped our community in its tremendous time of need in the recent time. Our dean, our students, and their families have worked so hard together and have been so kind to one another after the tornado that went through Novinger and Kirksville last week. And so thank you all for that. Here's some facts about the graduates today. There are a total of 171, 65 ladies, 106 gentlemen. 41 states are represented, as well as 8 countries. There will be 166 Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine degrees granted today. 3 of these will receive their DO degree and their Master of Science in Biomedical Sciences. 1 will receive the DO and a Master of Public Health. There will be 5 Master of Biomedical Science graduates. Friends, this is a real pleasure for me right now because the day after election, I wrote a letter to Governor Nixon asking him to come and be our commencement speaker. I was determined that no one was going to get ahead of us. There may be some that got there at the same time, but our letter went in the day after election, and I'm so grateful that he consented to come and talk to us. Our commencement speaker is Governor Jeremiah W.J. Nixon. He was born in the small town of DeSoto, Missouri, into a family with a long history associated with quality public service. Growing up with these examples, Governor Nixon learned at a young age the importance of faith, family, and giving back to the community. During his inaugural address, I heard Governor Nixon say, quote, "Community service is not a chore or a burden. It is a responsibility and an honor." After earning both his undergraduate and law degrees from the University of Missouri, Governor Nixon returned to his hometown of DeSoto to practice law. He began his career as an elected public servant in 1986 when he was voted into the Missouri State Senate and then re-elected, representing the people of Jefferson County for 6 years. During that time, he reached across the aisle to pass several major pieces of legislation, including an expansion of prenatal care for expectant mothers, thus beginning a lifelong commitment to health care access for the citizens of this state. In 1992, the people of Missouri elected Governor Nixon to serve as their Attorney General. He served 4 terms in that office, re-elected by increasingly large majorities. As Attorney General, Governor Nixon earned a reputation for taking on the toughest fights and winning. Governor Nixon's suit against big tobacco companies collected billions of dollars for Missourians, and his settlement with the insurance companies led to the formation of several of the largest health care foundations in state history. For example, he was instrumental in establishing the Missouri Foundation for Health, which has funded numerous programs in Missouri, including several here in Adair County, to organizations such as the Adair County Health Department, the YMCA, the local Red Cross, Preferred Family Health Care, ATSU, R3 schools, and many others. These dollars have amounted to well over $1 million for support of basic health care in our area. On November 4, 2008, Missourians overwhelmingly elected Jay Nixon as their 55th governor. Despite these difficult times, Governor Nixon is committed to attracting the jobs of the future to our state, making health care more affordable and placing a college education within the reach of all. I first came to know the governor many years ago. I observed even then that he was a very energetic advocate for the well-being of Missouri citizens and effective government. He has fulfilled my great hope and every expectation. We are very fortunate to have our commencement speaker today, a man who has devoted his life to public service, who lives the values of the people of Missouri, and who is a strong advocate for affordable health care and a proven friend of higher education. Please welcome the Honorable Governor of the great state of Missouri, Jay Nixon.
Thank you. I am delighted to be back here in Kirksville today for this important celebration. I am truly honored to have these few moments to speak with you, and will also be equally honored to receive an honorary degree from this proud and historic institution. I'll be especially proud to receive that from my great friend and your university president, Dr. Jack Magruder. Dr. Magruder's contributions to higher education, both here in Kirksville and throughout Missouri, have been profound. He and Sue have touched the lives of tens of thousands of students during their long careers. And because of their tireless dedication and leadership, generations of students have received world-class educations, both at A.T. Still and at Truman State. Thank you, Jack, for all you've done for Missouri, for Kirksville, and the universities and students you love so much. We were all reminded this week about what a special place Kirksville is. This community is more than home to two of Missouri's finest universities. It's also home to some of the hardest working, most welcoming, and most resilient people anywhere in our state. When the tornado tore across the northern part of town earlier this week, damaging and destroying dozens of homes, folks up there didn't wait for help to arrive. In fact, they didn't even blink. Within minutes of the storm's passing, folks were running from house to house to check on neighbors and make sure other families were okay. They were helping folks dig out of the debris, and they were already planning to rebuild. That's the Kirksville spirit, and that's what makes this community so strong. The storm certainly didn't go easy on Kirksville, as my emergency management team and I saw firsthand on Thursday when we surveyed the damage ourselves. But I know the folks here in Kirksville, I know we'll come together, as you always have before, and my administration will be there to support you every step of the way. As a community, we will rebuild, and we will come out of this stronger. Now, the founder of osteopathic medicine and of this university, Dr. Andrew Taylor Still, was a man ahead of his time. The principles he put forward in 1874 and the years following, ideas regarding the treatment of the mind, body, and spirit, of focusing on preventative care, and of serving those populations most in need, were revolutionary in the late 19th century. To advance the ideas which he truly believed, still faced personal ridicule and professional ostracism. He was forced to move and to defend his theories from attack by leaders in the medical community. But in the face of this adversity, he held fast. He built his reputation, and his results, well, once again today, they speak for themselves. As our knowledge of anatomy, of disease, and of medicine has grown over the past century, it has become clear what a visionary that Dr. Still truly was. Today, osteopathy is a highly regarded and growing component of the healthcare profession of this country and this world. Its practitioners are among the most respected men and women in the medical world. And its first medical school, right here in Kirksville, is one of the real treasures of the Show Me State. Members of the A.T. Still class of 2009, as you begin your careers as osteopathic physicians, you will continue the great legacy Dr. Still began more than 130 years ago. You will put your knowledge and your passion to work to heal the sick, to confront those in pain, and to improve the quality of life for your patients here in Missouri, across the country, and around the globe. And graduates, you begin this vital work at a critical time. You see, this state and our nation are facing a healthcare crisis. A crisis driven by two distinct but interrelated forces: the growing number of individuals and families living without health insurance, and the skyrocketing costs of coverage and care. Here in our state, the numbers are stark. According to data from the U.S. Census Bureau, 729,000 Missourians were uninsured in 2008. That's about 13% of our entire state's populations. It's especially disturbing that 150,000 of those uninsured Missourians are children, the weakest and most vulnerable among us. A 3-year-old who did nothing wrong and doesn't have yet the tools for health care. They need your help. They need our help. The number of uninsured Missourians grew by 9% from 2006 to 2008, both because of devastating cuts to the state's health care safety net imposed by my predecessor in 2005, and because of a decline in the number of Missourians who were eligible for health care as a benefit from their employer. Each and every day, the consequences of this lack of coverage become clearer and more troubling. For individuals without insurance, the personal toll is profound and life-threatening. When compared to those with insurance, uninsured Missourians receive fewer routine screenings, they lack access to medical care generally, and especially to preventative care. And they go longer without treatment for serious illness and chronic conditions. And when they finally do receive care, individuals without insurance usually enter the healthcare system in a poorer condition. And in the end, their treatments often aren't as effective as they could have been if you had your hands on them sooner. In the long term, this lack of access to health care can lead to the late diagnosis of disease and ultimately to cases of premature death. In other words, when the uninsured do receive care, it's often too little too late. While the consequences might be more readily apparent for those without insurance, those with coverage aren't spared from this crisis. The cost of caring for uninsured gets passed along to those with coverage in very real and very expensive ways. As we've seen, because the uninsured don't have access to traditional clinics and primary care physicians, they often wait until the last possible moment to seek treatment. And when they do, they often head straight for the most expensive and least efficient provider possible, a hospital emergency room. This places an incredible burden on already overstrapped hospital ERs, delaying care and creating longer wait times for each and every patient. In addition, it also increases the cost of service for everyone, and the HMOs and insurance companies, they certainly aren't picking up the tab. Instead, these costs are passed directly to consumers in the form of higher premiums and copays. hardworking families and small business owners, single parents and middle-class men and women. During these difficult economic times, these are the folks who are paying the price of this healthcare crisis. According to data from the Missouri Foundation of Health, Missourians' health insurance premiums were increased by between $110 and $291 per year by 2005 because of the cost of uncompensated care provided to the uninsured. This same report predicted that those costs would rise between $225 and $609 a year per year by 2010. But as we must keep in mind that this report was published prior to the devastating 2005 healthcare cuts in Missouri, which slashed coverage and benefits for 400,000 Missourians. As a result, these actual increases are likely to be even higher by next year. So today, we see both of these trends continuing to rise at an alarming rate. More and more Missourians living without access to health care and higher costs for everyone. On top of this, we continue to face the most serious economic recession in modern history. Here in Missouri, 260,000 people are out of work. Small businesses are fighting just to keep their doors open, and good-paying jobs in manufacturing production are heading overseas. But as trying as these times might be right now, I have every confidence that we will turn this economy around. Missouri is home to the hardest working, most productive people in the country. And our higher education institutions, including AT Still, are educating the young people who will help transform our economy for the future. We will embrace emerging technologies and developing industries to create the jobs of the future right here in Missouri and to get our people back to work. To move our economy forward, it's going to take fresh ideas and new ways of thinking. And it's going to require that we develop a 21st century workforce that is educated, prepared, and healthy enough to take on the challenges of tomorrow. That's exactly where the new physicians in this class come in. Osteopaths have never been afraid of a challenge. You've never shied back in the face of complex cases or difficult diagnosis. No. Yours is a discipline born of the frontier, founded by a pioneer doctor who wouldn't give up his own beliefs. That osteopathic legacy, which began right here in Kirksville, continues today with you. Dr. Still once said, an osteopath is needed wherever there is suffering. That simple belief has led generations of physicians to dedicate their careers to working as primary care providers in underserved areas, in rural clinics far from the nearest hospital or medical center, in urban centers where other physicians might choose not to practice. These areas are also, not surprisingly, ground zero for our efforts to curb the growing number of uninsured. As the Gospel of Matthew tells us, whatsoever you do to the least of my people, that you do unto me. Generations of osteopathic physicians have put that teaching into practice in your work with the underserved and uninsured populations. You've demonstrated humble, profound servant leadership, and you'll continue to do so through your careers. As you bring your healing touch to your patients, you'll be helping us turn the corner on both this healthcare crisis and our economic crisis. You'll be helping us ensure that our workforce is healthy and ready to take on the challenges of the 21st century economy. But you can't do it alone. To tackle the healthcare challenges we face, we must all come together. Physicians and government officials, hospital officials, insurance providers alike, to put Missouri families first. We showed what type of innovative progress is possible earlier this year when the Missouri Hospital Association and I and business groups from across the state reached a historic agreement that would have reduced the number of uninsured Missourians by 35,000 working people who would have gotten health care at no cost to taxpayers. Let me repeat that, at no cost to taxpayers. Missouri's hospitals agreed to pitch in an additional $52 million a year to help provide coverage to 35,000 Missouri parents. This contribution would have drawn down an additional $93 million of federal health care matching funds to help provide this coverage. $52 million from the hospital, $93 million from the feds, $147 million to provide health care to working poor in this state. The only legislative action necessary to implement this plan would have been to increase eligibility level for Missouri's Medicaid program from 20% of federal poverty level to 50%, while most states around us go far above that. Let me talk realistically about what that means. At 20% of the federal poverty level, a single parent with 2 children can only earn $3,700 a year before they're kicked off of health care. At 50% of FPL, this family could make about $9,133 a year and still be eligible for health care. That is a huge step in the right direction. And again, this increased coverage wouldn't have cost a single penny from your pockets or the state's coffers. In fact, it would have helped Missourians save money by reducing the cost of medical care and driving down premiums and copays. This was the type of innovative agreement that would have made a real difference, a good, solid first step for Missouri. It would have helped us turn the corner and start moving in the right direction. So I was and am deeply disappointed and frustrated when a few members of the House of Representatives obstructed this bill in the final hours of the legislative session. With bipartisan help, folks all through this state, by a vote in the Missouri Senate of 30-4, this measure was passed. 30-4. Bipartisan, geographics from all across the state. Business groups, hospitals, doctors, and others stepping up. But a few members of the House prevented it from coming to vote as the session wound down yesterday. Health care coverage for 35,000 additional Missouri parents each year. 35,000 Missourians who could have seen a primary care physician, undergone regular checkups, and received preventative care. Zero cost to taxpayers. This agreement made perfect sense to me, perfect sense to Missouri's hospital, and perfect sense to Missouri businesses. But just a few in the House kept this from going forward. My friends, you can see the challenges we're up against. As we work to reform our healthcare system, to make coverage more affordable and services more accessible, we must work together. Physicians are powerful advocates for their patients in the clinic or in the hospital. You can skillfully interview and evaluate a patient, reach a diagnosis, and begin a treatment. But to solve this health care crisis, physicians must not only serve patients when they present themselves to you in the clinic. You must become advocates for their needs and their health throughout the community and in our state houses. In another of his memorable sayings, Dr. Still tells us, an osteopath should be clear-headed, conscientious, a truth-loving man, today we would say person, and never speak till he or she knows he has found and can demonstrate the truth he claims to know. When it comes to the truth of the healthcare crisis we face, no one knows more than you. And as you begin your practices, we need you to speak out, to add your voices to the debate over access to health care. We need you to shed truth and light on the communities you serve, to inform your legislators, other friends and neighbors about segments of our population living without access to health insurance and as a result without access to preventative care you are so trained to deliver, and about the burden that places on the clinics and hospitals where your work begins in just a few short weeks. We need you to advocate on behalf of your patients and your peers. We need you to share the truth you know and will learn with your hands and your minds. We need you to help us move our healthcare system forward. Although the House refused to implement our healthcare agreement this year, that does not mean our fight is over. No, indeed. It simply means that we will try again next year with another strong proposal and an even stronger fight. And we will continue this mission until we reduce the number of uninsured Missourians and drive down the cost for everyone. As Kirksville was the site of a transformation in healthcare more than 130 years ago, I believe Kirksville today will play a key role in this 21st century transformation as well. As the class of 2009 joins the ranks of osteopathic physicians in practice, I urge you to continue the proud tradition begun here by Dr. A.T. Still. In 1874, Dr. Still knew the healthcare system needed reform, and he fought to bring about much needed change. And today, once again, we turn to the osteopathic community to help us bring about the reforms we so desperately need. Together, we will help physicians better serve their patients by reducing the number of individuals living without insurance and driving down the cost of health care for those with coverage. Together, we will provide additional resources to help train the next generation of physicians and other medical professionals. Together, we will modernize medical record keeping and storage. Together, we will transform our healthcare system. We will. The A.T. Still University class of 2009 includes students from across our country and from 9 nations around the globe. You hail from diverse backgrounds and all walks of life. And I know that as you leave here today, you will head to residencies, internships, and fellowships in many different directions, from major hospitals to single doctor clinics, from urban centers to rural outposts. You will bring high quality care and compassionate service to patients everywhere. But as you move forward, I hope you'll always remember your time here in Kirksville fondly. And always know that Missouri is proud to claim you as one of our own. No matter where your road may lead, we're glad you've lived and worked here in the Show Me State. We'd love to keep you here. And if we leave, we want you back. Missouri is a great place to call home. And we're always looking for the best and the brightest to help us move our state forward and to help create a broader prosperity for our people. So although the bright lights of distant cities might lure some of you away for a while, I hope you'll consider returning to Missouri someday. We'd love to welcome you back. The challenges we all face are real, but so are the opportunities for transformation, for reform, and for progress. I look forward to my continuing work with the osteopathic community in the years to come to bring about the changes we so desperately need to move our state forward. Again, congratulations from the state of Missouri to this great class of 2009, and best wishes to each of you and your families as you begin your careers vital to the health of our state and our country. Thank you, and God bless.
Well done, Governor. You've laid out quite a challenge, and I honestly believe this class is capable of accepting it and meeting it well. So thank you, sir, for your presence here. Would Dean Slocum please come to the podium and present the candidate for an honorary degree?
Whereas the Honorable Jeremiah J. Nixon has a commendable and successful career in public service, and whereas he has served with distinction in the political field as a state senator for Missouri for 6 years and as Attorney General for the state of Missouri for 16 years, and whereas he is currently Missouri's 55th governor, and whereas he has exhibited a strong commitment to the environment, to consumer issues, to higher education, to increased access to health care for all Missourians by establishing successful health care foundations, and whereas he has clearly and had strong impact on health and welfare of countless Missourians who lacked access to the necessary resources, therefore understanding and portraying the ATSU commitment to compassion, integrity, and ability. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Honorable Jeremiah J. Nixon be awarded the honorary degree Doctor of Humane Letters on this 16th day of May, 2009.
The highest degree A.T. Still University of Health Sciences confers is an honorary doctoral degree in recognition of superior commitment to the osteopathic medical profession or for service to health care, medical education, community service, or scientific research. Governor Jay Nixon, upon the recommendation of the faculty and the Faculty Senate and with the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree Doctor of Humane Letters with all the rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
I just want to use the phrase, thank you, Governor Dr. Nixon.
President Magruder, candidates for the Masters of Science in Biomedical Sciences degree have successfully completed the requirements for their degree. Upon the recommendation of the faculty, I have the pleasure of presenting them to you at this time. Will the candidates for the Master of Science in Biomedical Sciences of the Kirksville College of Osteopathic Medicine please rise and proceed to the stage? Dr. Tony Smith will now present the members of the class of 2009 to receive their diplomas.
Aaron Klatt. Kent J. Laughley. Heather Renee Martin. Georgianne Alexis Raftopoulos. Aaron C. Sigler. Neha Valeha. Kip E. Van Meter.
Will the Master of Science in Biomedical Science graduates please stand for the conferring of your degree? Upon the recommendation of the faculty and the dean and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree Master of Science in Biomedical Sciences with all the rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
President Magruder, the candidates for the Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine and the dual degree candidate for Master of Public Health have successfully completed the requirements for their degrees. Upon the recommendation of the faculty, I have the pleasure of presenting them to you at this time. Will the first row of candidates please stand and proceed to the stage? Dr. Tony Smith will now present the members of the class of 2009 to receive their diplomas.
Paul Jeffrey Underwood. Ashley Elizabeth Albers. Mark R. Allen. Zachary Allen Allred. Alicia Amber Amon. Sam Ashraf. Eric George Abashan. Paul Arthur John Bellargin. Zach John Bassell. Richard Keith Bassett. Amy Lynn Bauman. Jonathan Mark Berry. Sherry Lynn Bethman. Melissa Marie Boone. Sean Patrick Brady. Samuel K. Brewer. Jeffrey Edward Brickta. Michelle Lynn Brunabend. Michelle will also be receiving the Masters of Public Health from the School of Health Management. Eugene Buckman. Amanda Lynn Carroll. Toby Christie Perkins. Ho Young Chung. Amy Lynn Clark. Garrick Ryan Collins. Noah R. Converse. Sarah Beth Cooper. Sean Malachi Cooper. Sean Michael Crum. Justin Lay Cutler. Fatima Ann Dalton. Christopher Donald Darling. Sarah Jean Debiak. Lucy Elena DeFonte. Jason Wayne DeFluter. Gage S. Dixon. Trudy Lynn Dawkins. Michael Kevin Donnelly. Jason Ryan Dutton. Byron Wallace Eddy. Vita Radazzo Eisens. Peter Christopher Engelman. Chad Allen Ermis. Emily Borchardt Ermis. Paul Anthony Fagan. Me, Josephine Fang. Benjamin Robert Fangman. Robert Lee Fields. Ashley Laura Flannery. Jason Robert Fletcher. Brenton Eugene Freeman. Nicholas John Gillette. Ranjan Gindi. Eric Paul Gulbranson. Seth Harris Gunderson. Lele K. Hakima. Ashley K. Hamilton Burden. Catherine Eileen Hansen. Marcus D. Harris. Shannon Nicole Hott. Nicholas James Heason. Mara Helene Hagel. Curtis Alexander Himes. Ingrid Elizabeth Hoden. Peter Kenneth Hufteaser. Michael Ryan Hubbard. Laura Jean Isaacson. Catherine Elizabeth Jackson. Eleanor Rose Jensen. Brian Paulo Keene. Michelle Min Kyung Kim. Peter M. Knabel. Mary Krista Krupski. Anit Kumar. Brian Harris Kurtz. Brian Francis LaRoe. Dustin William Lash. Michael Anthony LaValle, Jr. Tima Tin Lay. Brian Lee. Earl Wu Lee. Esther Lee. David James Lemons. Lindsay Marie Lombardo. Vienna M. Lowenbrown. Keith Roger Luter. Marcharn Mahatanarak. Adnan Sheikh Mahmood. Brianna Kristen Malner. Jared Mark Mansell. Stacy Ann Maroney. Colin Thomas Marshall. David James Matthews. Joshua Matthias. Alap Kiran Metha. Brian Scott Michaud. Maya Elizabeth Moody. Mina Jega Mungai. Maya McKee Munoz. Katie Sue Murray. J. Bradley Nastev. Agni Nauyokas. Christopher Sigiara No. Han Nok Win. Violet N. Onkoba. Lindsay J. Orris. Justin Richard Pace. Amanda Lee Parsley. Neha C. Patel. Carrie Marie Peacher. Ty Paul Perkins. Georgianne Alexis Raftopoulos. Shakila Ratnaraj. Joseph Anthony Riccioni. James Anthony Ryder. Titus Joseph Rund. Christy Lee Sable. Angela May St. Clair. Jason Robert Savico. Jordan Ruin Sessions. Komal Hergovind Shah. Mihir B. Shaw. Saket Rajendra Shah. David Joseph Shaw. Matthew Philip Shoup. James Richard Sherlow. Mary Aldrich Sibley. Paul Anderson Sibley. Aaron Charles Sigler. Mason Michael Sopchak. Adam Thomas Sorensen. Philip David Stevenson. Joseph Curtis Staub. Matthew David Stover. Scott Anthony Street. Stephen Bryant Stringham. Mary Hudson Stritzy. Nicole Ray Summers. Jonas Scott Swan. Craig Kenneth Sweeney. Jonathan Bradford Terry. Kristen Ray Thornton. Sandra Lynn Till. Matthew Ryan Tomac. Yin Huan Wen Tran. Callista Jean Trombley. Paul Vernon Tuttle IV. David Thehun Kip E. Van Meter. David Wayne Van Wyck. John Adam Vinzer. Joel Andrew Verkler. Erica Louise Waddington. Jedediah Owen Walker. Angela Marie Ware. Teal Stephen Warthen. Candace Thiel Westgate. Amelia Jane Wiggins. David Michael Williams. Jordan Michael Williams. Cody R. Wilson. Juliana Elizabeth Wilson. Allison Wisniewski. Terry Young. Morgan Glenn Yost. Quentin Tyler Young. Gregory Arthur Zakis.
We may want to do that again in just a moment. Will the Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine graduates, including the dual degree master's graduate, please stand for the conferring of your degree? Class of 2009, upon the recommendation of the faculty and the dean, and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon each of you your degree, Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine, with all the rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. I also confer upon the dual degree candidate the Master of Public Health degree with all the rights, honors, privileges, and responsibility pertaining thereto. Congratulations to all of you. Will the DO graduates please remain standing? Dr. Slocum will administer the osteopathic oath.
Before I do, I'd like the class to join me in thanking the fine people behind me you thought were all playing Sudoku. Your faculty, they love you almost as much as your own family. Would you join us? Thank you very much. Faculty are, just one second, faculty are often underrated and underappreciated, and I always like to honor them whenever I can, because you would not be here today without their long hours of hard work. If you would turn to the osteopathic oath and read with me, this is not an oath that I can memorize even after nearly 40 years in the profession. So if you would just read along with me, we'll go through this. Before we start, I want to remind you that this is really one of the most important parts of this whole ceremony. This is where you take the oath to become servants to the most vulnerable populations. We take this very seriously at KCOM, and you do not get a chance to practice or actually get your degree until you take this oath. So read these words carefully. I do hereby affirm my loyalty to the profession I'm about to enter. I will be mindful always of my great responsibility to preserve the health and the life of my patients, to retain their confidence and respect both as a physician and a friend, who will guard their secrets with scrupulous honor and fidelity, to perform faithfully my professional duties, to employ only those recognized methods of treatment consistent with good judgment and with my skill and ability, keeping in mind always nature's laws and body's inherent capacity for recovery, I will ever be vigilant in aiding the general welfare of the community, sustaining its laws and institutions, not engaging in those practices which will in any way bring shame or discredit upon myself or my profession. I will give no drugs for deadly purposes to any person, though it be asked of me. I will endeavor to work in accord with my colleagues in a spirit of progressive cooperation, and never by word or by act cast imputations upon them or their rightful practices. I will look with respect and esteem upon all those who have taught me my art. To my college I will be loyal and strive always for its best interests and for the interests of the students who will come after me. I will be ever alert to further the applications of the basic biologic truths of the healing arts and to develop the principles of osteopathy which were first enunciated by Andrew Taylor Still. Thank you. You may be seated. It is my honor now to introduce the past president of the Alumni Association, Dr. Stanley Grogg, is a 1971 graduate of KCOM and presently is a professor of pediatrics at Oklahoma State University Center for Health Sciences and Colleges of Osteopathic Medicine. Dr. Grogg.
Thank you, Dr. Slocum. Wouldn't A.T. Still, can you imagine? He's looking down. And this, I think it's a 117th class. Since 1892, there have been over 5,000 graduates of which you are part of. As I was driving down here yesterday, Highway 63, watching the clouds, I was multitasking. I had my iPhone out, driving, looking at the clouds. I'm sure it was a wall cloud I was looking at. I was thinking, I was trying to calculate on my iPhone. Let's see, how many applicants? Maybe 2,000 applicants. And how many got accepted? There's about 174, 75 plus graduating. That calculates out to less than 10% of those that wanted to be physicians are here today. And I was glad to hear, I kind of felt sad about that, but Governor Nixon reassured me that the other 90% could be attorneys. Yes, I heard. So, that made me feel a little bit better. Okay, to the members of the DO and Biomedical Science class of 2009, my new colleagues, to whom I shall address brief remarks, because it's only me that's holding you up from going out and being with families and getting out of this facility right now, this fine facility. As you look to the future, teach others about A.T. Still University. And always remember your alma mater. You will continue to be an important part of this university, its progress, and its successes. The Alumni Association provides many opportunities for you to stay in touch and get involved. Your envelopes will be in the mail Monday. And we hope that you take advantage of them. Let me tell you a quick story. I was reminded last night by my mentee that several years ago, we came together, and I invited her to go to a Panera Bread in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And because I heard she was interested in medicine, and not just medicine, I wanted her to be interested in osteopathic medicine. And so we met, wife and I met this young lady from South Africa, I might say, and she was very interested. So I gave her a booklet on the difference a DO can make and talked to her about osteopathic medicine. So after she got her 4.0 at Oral Roberts University, she decided to apply to Kirksville. Got an MPH in the meantime. And she's here today. You can make a difference is what I'm saying. I won't mention your name, Candace. But you can make a difference. It's just amazing as an advocate of Kirksville, the mother school, I might say. Dr. Slocum reminds me that you can make a difference as to where osteopathic medicine started. You are the greatest ambassadors the university has, and we hope you will accept this opportunity to join in working together to assure that the future of ATSU remains bright as it is now. Well, all of you stand, the DO and the bioscience graduates, as I, please stand. As the immediate past president of the Kirksville Osteopathic Alumni Association chapter, and by the authority vested in me by the KOAA Board of Directors and Assembly, it is my pleasure and my privilege to induct you formally as individuals as the graduating class into membership in the A.T. Still University Alumni Association. On behalf of the other university alumni worldwide, I might say, we can practice in over 50 countries now. It is my pleasure and privilege to welcome you as members of the A.T. Still Alumni Association. Now, osteopathic physicians, hands on. So everybody face that way, so you take this with you, turn to this direction, put your hands on the person in front of you, and start the manipulation. And don't forget it, okay? I want you, when you leave here, as a statesman, Adlai Stevenson said, don't forget why you came. Don't forget why you came. Welcome to the Kirksville Osteopathic Alumni Association. Looking forward to participating with you in endeavors in the future. Thank you.
You may be seated. Just a moment. Stan is a great ambassador for this fine university, and he's been around the world many times, and he's been talking about us everywhere he goes. And Governor Nixon, I want to thank you for coming. Really appreciate your time and the wise words you gave us. And faculty, Slocum got to you first, but thank you. He is exactly right. Students, spouses, parents, grandparents, children, friends, graduates, you've earned this noble title which we've bestowed upon you today. Congratulations. This great university has provided you with the education, training, experience, and encouragement to become highly competent professionals. Dr. Andrew Taylor Still and other wise persons throughout the ages would ask you to humbly exhibit a genuine attitude of loving kindness, selflessness, and compassion, and your life's journey will be magnificent. Godspeed.